Rajajanaranjanha Yasodanandana Rajajanaranjanha Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Ahari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astataroshi Srimad As Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrindi Ki Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Ki Bhaktivedanta Purports Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Here in the Sri Sri Krishna Balaram Mandir, here in Vrindavan, every Monday morning we read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you may repeat the invocation after me. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda So we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Adi Leela, chapter 3, entitled The External Reasons for Lord Chaitanya's Appearance, and we on text 52 for today. It's a well-known verse that's quoted from Srimad Bhagavat. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangashra Prashadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumedashaham Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangashra Prashadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumedashaham Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangashra Prashadam Yagyai Sankirtana Prayai Yajantihi Sumedashaham The Matajis. Shuddhi Prabhu, I appreciate your enthusiasm, please. And the word for word, Krishna Varnam. Repeating the syllables Krishna, Tvisha, with a luster. Akrishnam, not black, golden. Saanga, along with associates. Upanga, servitors. Astra, weapons. Pāśadam, confidential companions. Yagyai, by sacrifice. Sankirtana prayai, consisting chiefly of congregational chanting. Yajanti, they worship. He, certainly. Sumedha Shaha, intelligent persons. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. You may repeat the translation, a few words at a time after me. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. And in the purport, this text is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th Canto, 5th Chapter, Text 32. Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this verse in his commentary on the Bhagavatam, known as the Krama Sandarbha, wherein it says that Lord Krishna also appears with a golden complexion. That golden Lord Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, who is worshipped by intelligent men in this age. That is confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who said that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in 3 other colors, red, white, and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexions in the Satya and Treta Yugas respectively. He did not exhibit the remaining color, yellow gold, until he appeared as Lord Chaitanya, who is known as Gaura Hari. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna Varnam means Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varna and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he always engages in describing Krishna and thus enjoys transcendental bliss by chanting and remembering his name and form. Lord Krishna himself appears as Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. Lord Chaitanya always chants the holy name of Krishna and describes it also. And because he is Krishna himself, whoever meets him will automatically chant the holy name of Krishna and later describe it to others. He injects one with transcendental Krishna consciousness, which merges the chanter in transcendental bliss. In all respects, therefore, he appears before everyone as Krishna, either by personality or by sound. Simply by saying Lord Chaitanya, one at once remembers Lord Krishna. One may therefore accept him as Vishnu Tattva. In other words, Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself. Sango Pangashtra Pāśadam further indicates that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. His body is always decorated with ornaments of sandalwood and with sandalwood paste. By his super excellent beauty, he subdues all the people of the age. In other descents, the Lord sometimes used weapons to defeat the demoniac, but in this age the Lord subdues them with his all-attractive figure as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Jiva Goswami explains that his beauty is his astra or weapon to subdue the demons. Because he is all attractive, it is to be understood that all the demigods lived with him as his companions. His acts were uncommon and his associates wonderful. When he propagated the Sankirtan movement, he attracted many great scholars and acharyas, especially in Bengal and Orissa. Lord Chaitanya is always accompanied by his best associates like Lord Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar and Srivas. The appearance of Srivas Thakur is tomorrow. Srila Jiva Goswami cites a verse from the Vedic literature which says that there is no necessity of performing sacrificial demonstrations or ceremonial functions. He comments that instead of engaging in such external pompous exhibitions, all people, regardless of caste, color or creed, can assemble together and chant Hare Krishna to worship Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam indicates that prominence should be given to the name of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught Krishna consciousness and chanted the name of Krishna. Therefore, to worship Lord Chaitanya, everyone should together chant the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. To propagate worship in churches, temples or mosques is not possible because people have lost interest in that. But anywhere and everywhere people can chant Hare Krishna. Thus, worshipping Lord Chaitanya, they can perform the highest activity and fulfill the highest religious purpose of satisfying the Supreme Lord. Srila Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, a famous disciple of Lord Chaitanya, said, quote, "The principle of transcendental devotional service having been lost, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in order to deliver again the process of devotion. He is so kind that he is distributing love of Krishna. Everyone should be attracted more and more to his lotus feet as humming bees are attracted to a lotus flower." Om Ajnana Timirandasya Ajnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Svapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanabhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In January 4th of 1976, Srila Prabhupada was on a morning walk in South India in a smaller city called Nellore. And one of the disciples were walking with him. His name is Shravananda Prabhu. So on the walk itself, he was expressing to Srila Prabhupada. He said, Srila Prabhupada, they are saying that if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted Krishna consciousness to be spread into the Western countries, then why didn't he go there himself? So Shravananda Prabhu is referring to critics of Srila Prabhupada. They couldn't believe that he did it. Like that. And they were criticizing him. So Srila Prabhupada, when he heard that from Shravananda Prabhu, he said, in a way, Shravananda repeated, and he said, that's what they told us. Again, that's what they told us. And Srila Prabhupada very humbly said, oh, don't you know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left the credit only for me? And then all the devotees said, Jai, and everyone said, Haribol, Haribol. Yeah. Now, Srila Prabhupada doesn't usually speak like that, but he speaks it in the intimate association of his own disciples. Practically, he glorified himself in a way. Yeah. And then Srila Prabhupada checked himself. Yeah. He said, however, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu loves the devotees more than he loves himself. So he always wants to give credit to his devotees. So from the very beginning, His Holiness Giriraj Swami recalls that Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish a nice center in Sridham Mayapur. So after some great struggle, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami was accompanied by another devotee. They finally were instrumental in getting some land at Mayapur. And Srila Prabhupada was most pleased with those efforts. So eventually when Srila Prabhupada came from Calcutta to Sridham Mayapur to see the land, some devotees, leading disciples, became quite disappointed. And when they first visited the property, they expressed some regret to Srila Prabhupada that, oh, we are not at the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The birthplace is, Yogapit, it's just down the road. And our land is a little further away. So they kind of expressed some disappointment to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada quoted the verse from Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvataha tekva deha puna janma naiti mam iti su arjuna. And Srila Prabhupada emphasized these two words, janma and karma. And he said there are two things. Janma means appearance and And karma means activities. Not one is suffering from one's karma, that's different. Yeah. And Srila Prabhupada said, and of the two, the place of appearance and the activities are more important. Yeah. And he explained that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not famous because it took birth at Yoga Pit. He is famous because of Pritiviti Achiradi Nagaradigram Sarvatma Prachar Hobai Marana. That the holy name would spread to every town and village. That means to spread Krishna consciousness. So then, when he said that of the two, the karma activities are more important than the place of work, Janma, he said that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he appeared in Yoga Pit, but at this very place where we have the land, he used to perform Harinam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is famously known as given by Srila Rupa Goswami, Namo Maha Vadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauri Tvise Namaha. So Srila Prabhupada used to say that, and he took words from that verse and he said, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Maha Vadanya avatar. He is the most magnanimous, or most merciful, or most compassionate. However, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only liberated one Jagai and Madhya. And when Srila Prabhupada came to New York City, known as the Bowery, previously known as Skids Row, that place is like the streets are tainted with blood. And the streets were always smelling of urine. Previously known as Skids Row. This is the lower Manhattan in the Bowery. And Srila Prabhupada commented that, that we have the mode of goodness, which is whitish, and the mode of passion, which is kind of reddish, and the mode of ignorance, tamagun, which is kind of blackish. But Srila Prabhupada commented that this place is the darkest of the darkest. So you can understand what he walked into. And we can easily understand that most people in the Kali Yuga are infused with the mentality of Jagai and Madhya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only liberated one Jagai and Madhya, but Srila Prabhupada is liberating by the millions practically, even through his sincere followers. They are also continuing in his footsteps, liberating so many Jagais and Madhyas. And how did Srila Prabhupada do this? His Holiness Giriraj Swami also gives another example that came directly from Srila Prabhupada. That he said that Srila Prabhupada not only presented the Vedic culture as it is, that anyone can do. But whether people accept the Vedic culture as it is, that is to be seen. See? And then when they were expressing to Srila Prabhupada out of gratitude and appreciation how you changed us, and like that, then Srila Prabhupada gave the example of how he changed us, of a tulsi sapling. Now we are aware that when you transplant a tulsi sapling, one has to do it very, very, very carefully because it is so delicate. Yeah. And if any part of the sapling is damaged, that tulsi sapling will immediately so-called die. Right? So in the same way, Srila Prabhupada very carefully transplanted with such delicacy, from Bharat to Bhumi, India, to the rest of the world, beginning in America. In other words, it took great pain, through great suffering conditions, through much inconveniences, to ensure that no part of the Vedic culture becomes damaged or injured, so that it can grow and take root and flourish, just like a tulsi sapling. That is not very easy to do. Not very easy to do. And another time, Srila Prabhupada said that when he was on a morning walk, on his sort of like writing retreat, when he takes a retreat, it's for devotional service. And to recuperate his health and his writing retreat when he was in Hawaii. And when he went for the morning walk, prior to the previous night, the servant saw that the light was on the whole night in his room. And at the morning walk, Prabhupada could sense, he was quite perceptive and sensitive also. He sensed that the servant wants to tell him something. So he took his cane and he placed it into the sand. And he said, "So?" And the servant said that, "Srila Prabhupada, I saw that your light was on the whole night in your room." And Prabhupada, out of affection for the servant, he said, "Oh, you didn't take rest?" He didn't allow him to say what he wanted to say. Like that. And then the servant walked further. And then Prabhupada put his cane again. He said, "What is it?" Like that. He said that, "Srila Prabhupada, it appears that you're supposed to be recuperating your health. It's like a retreat and take care of your health. But it seems like you translated the whole night." Translated the whole night. And then Srila Prabhupada said these amazing words. He said that, "Oh, the translation, I could do it very quickly. Yeah. But it takes time to make it presentable for the common man." And that's how we accepted Krishna consciousness. Not mainly through the translation. It's mainly because of the Bhaktivedanta purports. Me personally, I wouldn't have even been around if it wasn't for Srila Prabhupada's purports. And then another time, Srila Prabhupada said that it is more important to maintain a devotee than to convince others to become devotees. And he said that our goal is to be Krishna conscious and help others become Krishna conscious. And he gave the example of Alexander the Great, like that. He said Alexander would advance with his army and he will conquer one place very quickly. But he wouldn't consolidate what he has conquered. And somebody else will come and conquer that. Like that. So he would lose some of his old territories and gain new ones. Like that. Then Srila Prabhupada said, "Don't make me like Alexander the Great." In other words, Srila Prabhupada always wanted us to preserve what we have. And in the name of rushing ahead to conquer new territories, don't lose the ones that are already there. In that sense. And then there's this popular verse that is recited even during Kartik from the Gopi Git. Yeah. Tava katamritam tapta jivanam. So Tava katamritam indicates that the gopis are saying that the nectar of your words and activities is life-giving, tapta jivanam, to those who are especially aggrieved in the material world. So how do the gopis know something about the material world? Because they're saying clearly, tapta jivanam, which indicates Shri Krishna's glories and his pastimes and the holy name are life-giving for those who are aggrieved in the material world. It doesn't make sense. And that's how it's translated by Srila Prabhupada also in other places, including in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, I was contemplating on that. And then it indicates, kavi bibir, iditam, kalma sapaham. Again, this kalmasha means, sinful activities. Kalma shapa means which drives away all sinful reactions. How come the gopis know about this? Because they don't live in the material world. And Shravana Mangalam, Srimad Atatam. It's like, when you say Atatam, it indicates, and broadcast all over the world. How is this the gopis are talking about something to be broadcasted all over the world, outside of Braj? Srimad Atatam? And Bhuvi Grinanti. And not only all over the world, they exactly say, Bhuvi Grinanti means to chant and to spread. To chant and to spread. But they live in Braj. They're in the association of Shri Shyamasundar, Radha Shyamasundar. Yeah. And Burida Jana, which indicates they are not doing it themselves. The gopis. They are not doing it themselves. Burida Jana. That person is so... Prabhupada, in the word for word, this is translated as beneficent. And the translation is munificent. Or magnanimous in a way. So that does not refer to the gopis. They are referring to somebody else. They are referring to someone else. And it is His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So Srila Prabhupada in his own way, like that. When there was some instance in the Los Angeles situation about some group of devotees, and they nicknamed them the Gopi Bhava Club. Like that. And Srila Prabhupada was not at all happy with the Gopi Bhava Club. And he wanted to clamp it down. Like that. So Srila Prabhupada took the same verse, Tava Katamritam Tapta Jivanam, took the same verse, and he coined his own sort of meaning to it. Actually referring to himself and his associates, which are his immediate daughters and sons, his own disciples. Referring to himself and his own followers, like that. He said, the way to develop the love of the gopis for Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. It's the very same verse, but the way he said it, the way to develop the love of the gopis for Krishna is to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. And that's why he formed the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. You have any comments or questions you'd like to ask or offer some comments? Okay.
So Maharaj, what is it that pleasure, like we see how Jayapataka Maharaj, he could be retired and just maybe staying in Mayapur or Vrindavan, just meditating, but he has such a drive to keep spreading the movement and working hard for, maybe satisfying the order of Srila Prabhupada. So is this something that is taken to an extreme, or is there some time we can actually just retire in Vrindavan and experience, not the Gopi Baba Club, but just so we can focus more on our internal spiritual development instead of just running around?
If you get an opportunity to ask him, perhaps he can give you the answer. I'm still struggling with my practices in Krishna consciousness. I'm not able to answer that. He's here in Braj, so you can meet him and you can ask him. He's a super extraordinary personality. I cannot fathom him and I cannot comment because I'm just struggling with my...
Can I ask you another question? Because we have so many of Prabhupada's books are wonderful. Prabhupada said that it's okay to read Bilva Mangal Thakur's Karnamrita, and the Goswamis have put together so many literatures which are glorifying this Hladini Shakti, or the Siddha Deha, are revealing more our identity. So where do we draw the line as to just staying really focused on just the books that Prabhupada translated and put out for us, him understanding our mentality and suitably worded for our understanding, and then, or jump to, should we actually read all the other books of the Goswamis, which he also recommended we should do?
There's an amazing disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He's late now, but he was spiritually and innocently eccentric. I loved him actually. I still do. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada gave him the name Makanlal Das. And later he entered into the sannyas ashram as Bhakti Madhurya Madhava Swami, that's his name. Bhakti Madhurya Govinda Swami. Amazing personality. Yeah. He's like the Madhumangal type in Krishna Lila or something. I mean, you get all sorts of, it's a variegatedness of relationships, even in ISKCON. Yeah. So he was relating one incident with Srila Prabhupada, like that. And, Srila Prabhupada had many very sincere and serious disciples. But they were in their fledgling years in some ways, yeah. And they were naive in some ways also. Yeah. So when Srila Prabhupada was translating the Nectar of Devotion, so the tapes, the transcription tapes used to go to Boston, and then at that time...
He was recording them.
Shuddhikiti was recording them. Yeah. Thank you, Shuddhikiti, Prabhupada, for doing that service, otherwise where would we be? Yeah. So when the transcripts came out before the book was published and printed, the Nectar of Devotion, they were very eager to read transcriptions. So Prabhupada allowed it to happen like that. So the later chapters, not the first 19 chapters, first wave, the later waves in the Nectar of Devotion, devotees were reading it. And even in the morning, they were excited, it's just the transcriptions like that. So, when Srila Prabhupada gave his darshan to the disciples in one place, I forget the location that Maharaj was saying at that time, like that. So one very young Mataji disciple, lady disciple, she said, Srila Prabhupada, in your Nectar of Devotion, you mentioned that we should meditate on a resident of Vrindavan. And this is like a Ragat Mikka, the eternal associates, Ragat Mikka. And then, but she was speaking in the mood of a Raga Nuga Vaishnava. But she didn't know. She didn't know that she was speaking like that. And then Srila Prabhupada, he didn't say yes or no, because she was waiting for him for Prabhupada to give her a sign to say more. Like that. Srila Prabhupada just said, And she said, Srila Prabhupada, I like Nanda Maharaj. Again, Srila Prabhupada said, It's like not acknowledging whether it's okay or not, like that. Then she said, but then again, I like the gopis. And then Srila Prabhupada said, And then she thought maybe she'll try somebody else and Prabhupada may say something. She said, but I also, like the cowherd boys, like that. And then she spoke up. She said, Srila Prabhupada, can you make it clear for me who I should meditate on? And Srila Prabhupada took his fist. Like that. And he took his fist and he banged it on the table. And Maharaj was saying, far surpassing, he was there in the room, far surpassing thunder and lightning, Prabhupada said, and you should know that I am that resident of Vrindavan. Is that okay?
Thank you, man. I'm fully satisfied now.
One time Prabhupada's disciple, Panditji, Pradyumna Prabhu, like that. He had his whole books of it's bona fide previous acharyas, under his arm. And he was walking. He was with Prabhupada. He was walking, in the room. And so Prabhupada noticed. He said, Panditji, come. What do you have there? Krishna Bhajana Amrita. By who? Vishwanath Chakravarti. Previous acharyas' works. Or Krishna Bhavana Amrita. Like that. What are you doing? It's the books of the previous acharyas. So Prabhupada said something like, you know what is a recipe for a fall down? That's it. Never surpass your Guru Maharaj. And I have some quotes. Prabhupada said, don't become a greater Paramahamsa than your Guru Maharaj. Is that okay?
If it's for educational purposes or you're a leader and you want to give a little bit deeper, a clearer understanding, would that be, just sometimes some of the devotees that give class say they read the purports of the great acharyas as well.
You should ask those devotees, whoever they may be, do they attend Srimad Bhagavatam class every day? They should not only come to Bhagavatam class, they give class. They should attend Srimad Bhagavatam class every day. This is Bhakti Vedanta purports.
Okay.
Let's give the Vaishnavis, Matajis a chance. If anyone has your hand up in the back? There's one right at the back. Let's pass the microphone to them. Can you stand up so that the microphone comes to you? You're sitting down, but you're raising your hand. Everyone, we can chant while the microphone goes to her. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Maharaj.
What's your name?
Shambhavi, Maharaj. Shambhavi.
Sham Govind.
Yes.
Dasi. Okay. Go ahead.
Maharaj, I wanted to ask, gopis, as you told, gopis wanted to spread Krishna consciousness as much as possible.
No.
No?
The verse is that they are indicating that somebody else is going to do it because they're not in the material world.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can pass the microphone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Just to add to your query, the gopis are indicating that somebody amongst them, an eternal associate, will bring the spiritual world to the material world, which is Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Your name again?
Ram Parashar from New Dwarka, Los Angeles.
Ram
Parashar
Parashara
from New Dwarka, Los Angeles, Maharaj.
Okay, Prabhu.
There is a very interesting pastime of Srila Prabhupada in Los Angeles on a morning walk, which is very relevant.
Can you hold the microphone closer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. In Beverly Hills, one morning when Prabhupada was going for a morning walk, they passed through a street with a big house. Prabhupada said, someday we will have a big house like this for Krishna. Jai Haribol. When they move forward, there is a big line of long cars. Someday we'll have nice cars that's for Krishna. Jai Prabhupada. Next time, there was a big dog barking. Someday we'll have a big dog like this for Krishna. And people said, Jai Haribol. Prabhupada said, you fool, what will you do with the dog? The point is, Prabhupada wanted us to be use of intelligence, not be a blind follower. You may have so many ideas, people giving so many things, but ultimately authority Srila Prabhupada, Guru Sadhana Shastra, and we should stick to Srila Prabhupada only.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now I know him well. Gopa Samarpana Prabhu, right? Now, can you just give me the question, not the story?
Yes. Srila Prabhupada in...
We know each other well.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for nice pastime
of... you can offer a comment, that's fine.
I am that...
I am that?
President of Vrindavan.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for that nectarian pastime.
We have to thank
Bhakti
His Holiness
Madhya
Bhakti Madhurya
Swami
Govinda
Maharaj
Swami.
ki jai. When I read purport of 1.1.1, which Prabhupada wrote staying here itself, in maybe Radha Damodar, in that purport Srila Prabhupada writes that many acharyas have written commentaries like Vishwanath Chakravarti, Jiva Goswami, etc. And a sincere student would do well to attempt to go through the commentaries of previous acharyas to better relish the subject matter. So this is one comment of Srila Prabhupada, when actually there is nothing available even in English, what to speak of. Sanskrit was only available. But Prabhupada is writing that there. So is there any, like, what Prabhupada is trying to indicate here when he is writing that in the very first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam?
Can you find that exact thing for me? Because there may be things before that, lines after that. What's the context in it? You're just extracting what appeals to you. However, I will say this. I have read, I have read all of Srila Prabhupada's books several times over, myself personally. Yeah. And I also study it and structure courses and we do syllabuses and so forth, so you go into a deeper way, like that. See? Like one course that I teach is called Japa Ashraya course. And I've been teaching it for probably 25 years and so forth or more. Yeah. And every time I teach it, it's the same words of Prabhupada. But it brings more newer and newer meaning. Like that. So even if I take birth many lifetimes, I cannot exhaust myself in reading Srila Prabhupada's books and purports. It won't be exhaustive. Exhaustive means that it has an end. How can it have an end? It's eternal. Yeah. And also, reading translations of the previous acharyas, do you know that devotee? How is he living his Krishna conscious life? Is he chanting his rounds or is just a scholar? See? So we should hear from devotees that we have faith and relationship in and who are steeped in presenting and representing His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. How many times have you read the Bhagavad Gita as it is? Give him the microphone.
Not so many times.
Not so many times. Why?
I'm
Yesterday
sorry.
His Holiness Prahlad Swami Maharaj was quoting so many nice verses from Bhagavad Gita. And I can see he was so relishing when he was speaking yesterday in class, that he relishes those verses and he can say it again and again and again. How many times have you read Bhagavad Gita as it is?
Surely 4 or 5 times. I keep on reading again, but not
4 or
from
5
1
times.
to
4 or
end to
5
end,
times.
but
How many times have you read Bhagavad Gita as it is? 4 or 5 times? How many? 4 times or 5 times?
Maharaj, I am sorry. I can't answer this question.
You have to answer the question to answer your own question.
Okay.
How many times? Come
I
on.
need to read again and again.
Yes, you need to read eternally.
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Maharaj.
So can I give you a piece of advice? You read it in this lifetime at least 108 times. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then you'll relish when devotees quote verses like yesterday's class was such amazing, so many verses from Bhagavad. I was also relishing when you were, quoting the verses and giving meaning to it. Srila Prabhupada also said that you should study my purports and speak it in your own words. That is called realization. And I have personal experience that I spoke on the particular purport, and when 5 years later I speak on the same purport, my realizations are different. Not different, but maybe deeper, or whatever it's worth. It has newer and newer meaning. That's okay. 108 times first. Then the next question I'll take from you in the future. He's naughty in a nice way. I like him. It's breakfast time or?
Prabhupada was lecturing, not lecturing, but doing an interview, and he said, "Give me a Bhagavad Gita," to his servant and also the secretary, and everyone was looking very bewildered. And Prabhupada got really angry, but he didn't. He kind of controlled that. In the meantime, afterward, he told them, whenever we travel, you always have Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam, and another book. Anyway, he expects that we're always with Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, or like that.
Yes.
But Prabhupada really wanted to. He likes when the devotees can read the sloka while he's speaking to others to get the
Yes.
authenticity of Bhagavad Gita.
I remember His Holiness Mahavishnu Goswami, the one who's late now. He always carried the Bhagavad Gita as it is, wherever he went. In his bag, in his personal bag, wherever he went. Amazing.
Prabhupada said Gandhi would always carry a Gita. He said he didn't have realization, but he had that much
He had
faith. That he had the faith. So
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita was his
Yes.
foundation.
So I want to conclude with two little things. Then he said, okay? Yeah. In a lecture in Los Angeles on March 3rd, 1974, Srila Prabhupada says, quote, "In this old age of 80s, when most of the people take retirement and rest on the bed, I have taken this initiative, working day and night, sleeping only for 2 hours, so that when I leave this world, I could give all of you a concrete infrastructure of my dream. Not my dream, but the dream of Lord Krishna. I hope all of my disciples, contemporary and upcoming, like His Holiness Pradhana Maharaj was saying in his class, we are all connected to Srila Prabhupada, yesterday's class. We are all connected to Prabhupada. That's my takeaway from your class. Yeah. And Prabhupada says the same things here. I hope all of my disciples, contemporary and upcoming in the future, all will take care of this legacy, Prabhupada's legacy, with their heart and soul. That's all I expect from all of you. And Prabhupada begins to cry. He cries. And then he says, thank you very much. So we should not change anything. We should restore whatever we have back to the origination of how Prabhupada wanted us to practice Krishna consciousness and spread Krishna consciousness. So in that regard, I took upon it myself a service because people are highly becoming contaminated by social media, especially this YouTube with the sidebars, In the name of saying something Krishna conscious, you get diverted. Yeah. So about 15 years ago, 15, we produced Srila Prabhupada's audio from the archives and getting more material from 16 GB USB to 32 GB USB to 64. Now we have 128. And it's the ultimate from the archives. Ranjit Prabhu has given us everything. Yeah. So we're distributing that over the last 12 or 15 years. Then this year I produced, this is called the Ultimate Video Collection of Srila Prabhupada. This is a little different from what Yadubar Prabhu did. This is exclusively Srila Prabhupada. And it's copyrighted ITV Productions, which comes from Nishingananda Prabhu, and ISKCON Cinema, which comes from Yadubar Prabhu and Vishaka Devidasi. This has just recently come now, this year. Yeah. So these are 70 videos of Srila Prabhupada. Everything you can get on the planet, all the black and white 16mm reel films, we try to clean it up. It costs us crores of rupees to do that. Yeah. And there's a booklet for it that explains what the 17 videos are. It's 58 plus hours, which includes the following Srila Prabhupada series by Yadubar Prabhu also himself, and it includes the last part of Srila Prabhupada's Antilila, final pastimes, with the sound as it is, not the background commentary in Yadubar's Prabhu, as it is. And then we took from Yadubar Prabhu the last movie he made, Hare Krishna, the mantra, the movement and the Swami who started it all, we took 51 minutes of the 90 minutes just for devotees. Because some things devotees do, and we included it in here. So this is a 64 gig USB drive. You can take it off and put it in your computer and play. And it has a adapter for your phone. It's 2 types of adapters for your phone. So it's available now. So that's my little service. Because I don't know, I don't have much potency to spread Krishna consciousness. But I know Srila Prabhupada and his followers have. So if I feel that if I give Srila Prabhupada Vapu, this is Vapu, a video, to people, so maybe they'll become devotees. So I have it right here. Where's my person? I'm going to distribute about 10,000 this year. I have about a few hundred with me. Yeah. And there's some discount for temples and discount for mini distributors and so forth. Yeah. Some temples have taken this already. Like in South Africa, they took this, several hundred of each, and they distributed it in 3 days. They gave it to people. People give donations. They give donations like for take care of Krishna for a day or take care of Jagannath for a day if it's a Jagannath temple, and they just put a little bit more on that, and there's it. And they give them this gift. Now this gift is very, you could say, has a wide appeal because you can give it to donors, not only just devotees, the video, but the audio now. Audio may be mainly devotees. There's 4,000 audio, including some Hindi lectures and Bengali lectures, and so forth, and that's on 128 gig. There's nothing more from the archives. I have that. And it comes also with the audio machine, if you like. We can talk to the management for about this. Can set up a table here on the courtyard and flood the world. Take people out of this social media. Flood the world with Prabhupada Vani and Prabhupada Vapu. I'm the main distributor and promoter of this. Whatever little money comes to me goes into this project. Because if we give Prabhupada to the world, Radha, Shri Radha Shama Sundar are most pleased. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are most pleased. You give Prabhupada to the world. What better gift you can give to people? Prabhupada and Prabhupada's association through Vapu and Vani. So if you want to see me with my little team, I'm always in this room here behind me. So Purushottam Prabhu allows me to use this room. It's a little private behind me. Is that okay? Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vranda ki, Bhagavat Breakfast Prasadam ki, Kai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.